Dear students, today we shall understand the solution for assignment problem using branch and bound. But before going to the solution of assignment problem using branch and bound, first we shall understand what is branch and bound. For this, I will take a simple example. This student Sahana is studying in 10th standard. Now, she has three options. After clearing the examination of 10th standard, she has three options. Either she can take arts or science or commerce. There are three branches rather. So she has to bound to one of these. She will select science. Yes. Sahana had three branches. She bounded to science. Okay. She will study 2 years of science. After 12th standard, again she has many branches. There is many options to choose. So what are the options? Engineering, medical, dental, law. So four branches are there. Now she has to bound to one of these. So let us see which she will bound to. Yes, medical. Among the four branches, she has bounded to medical. Now she will study medical. She has decided to study medical. So now again there are three branches here. Homeopathy, allopathy, Ayurvedic. In medical also there are three different types: homeopathy, allopathy, Ayurvedic. Now there are three branches. She has to bound to one of them. She will bound to allopathy. Very good. Now she will finish allopathy MBBS after 4 5 years of medical. Now again she has different branches: surgery, pathology, anesthesia, general medicine, meaning post graduation in medical, surgery, pathology, anesthesia, medicine, general medicine. She has to bound to one of these. So let us see which she will bound to. Yes, she has decided to bound to general medicine. Now you can just understand at each step there were so many options which we call them as branches. So when so many branches are there, you have to bound to the best possible branch. Again, from that particular point, you have so many branches, you have to bound to the best possible solution. Like this, it continues. I think we will understand with an example of assignment problem. But did you understand the branch and bound concept? Very simple. Now, let me directly go to the assignment. With this, we will understand assignment problem. I will take this example. There are three people: Amar, Akbar, Anthony. There is a film also, Hindi movie, a hit movie, Amar, Akbar, Anthony. So I have taken those names: Amar, Akbar, Anthony. There are three jobs here: cooking, gardening, and cleaning. Now, Amar takes 2 hours for cooking, 6 hours for gardening, and 7 hours for cleaning. Whereas Akbar will take 4 hours for cooking, 8 hours for gardening, and 3 hours for cleaning. Whereas Anthony will take 9 hours for cooking, 5 hours for gardening, and 1 hour for cleaning. So now only one job can be assigned to a person. So Amar, he can do one of these three jobs: cooking, gardening, or cleaning. Akbar, he should do one of these jobs: cooking, gardening, and cleaning. Anthony, he should do one of these three jobs: cooking, gardening, or cleaning. Only one job can be assigned to a person. So Amar, Akbar, Anthony will get different jobs. All the three of them will get different jobs. And how the assignment should be done? Assignment should be done to minimize the total time taken for doing these three jobs. The total time taken for doing these three jobs should be as minimum as possible. So how to find out? Let us try all the possibilities. This is brute force way of solving the assignment. First, let us assume Amar will cook. When Amar is cooking, what are the other possibilities for Akbar and Anthony? Akbar may do gardening or Anthony may do gardening. There are two possibilities. When Akbar is cooking, when Amar is cooking, Akbar may do gardening or Anthony may do gardening. Now let us take this case. When Amar is cooking and Akbar is gardening, what is the only option for Anthony? Anthony, only option is cleaning. So Amar cooking, Akbar gardening, and Anthony cleaning. So we have the solution. You can just observe the solution here. Amar cooking is 2. Akbar gardening is 8. Anthony cleaning is 1. What is the total cost? 11. So one solution we have got. We shall see the other solution here. When Amar is cooking, Anthony is gardening. What is the other option for Akbar? Cleaning. So what is the solution here? Yes. Amar cooking is 2. Anthony gardening is 5. Akbar cleaning is 3. So what is the total cost? 10. So we have got the second solution. So Amar cooking, these are the only two possibilities. Next we shall take Akbar cooking. Akbar cooking. When Akbar is cooking, what are the two possibilities for Amar and Anthony? Amar may do gardening or Anthony may do gardening. Now, Akbar is cooking and Amar is gardening. What is the option for Anthony? Cleaning. Now, we shall see the solution. Akbar cooking is 4. Amar gardening is 6. Anthony cleaning is 1. What is the answer? 11. 6 plus 4 plus 1 is 11. Now we shall see the other option. Akbar cooking, Anthony gardening. What is the option for Amar? Cleaning. So what is the solution? Yes. Akbar cooking is 4. Anthony gardening is 5. And Amar cleaning is 7. So 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. Yes, 16. So Akbar cooking, all the possibilities are over. Next we shall see the last option. When Anthony is cooking. When Anthony is cooking, what are the choices for Amar and Akbar? Yes, Amar is gardening or Akbar is gardening. Now, when Anthony is cooking and Amar is gardening, what is the left out option for Akbar? Cleaning. So what is the possible solution? This is how it is. Anthony cooking is 9. Amar gardening is 6. And Akbar cleaning is 3. So it is 18. Totally it is 18. Next we shall see the other option. When Anthony is cooking and Akbar is gardening, what is the option for Amar? Amar should clean. So now this is the possible solution. Anthony cooking is 9. Akbar gardening is 8. And Amar cleaning is 7. So what is the total cost? 24. See, we have 6 solutions. And these are the only possible solutions. There were 3 jobs. So there were 6 solutions. See, always understand 3 factorial solutions will be there. When 3 jobs are there, 3 factorial, which is 6, are the number of solutions. Now, among these 6 solutions, which is the best one? 10. It is growing. 10. This is the best solution. So, Amar cooking, Anthony gardening, and Akbar cleaning. That is the best solution. This is also called as state space tree for the assignment problem. State space tree means all the possible solutions for the assignment problem. But carefully understand here, we had 3 jobs, 3 factorially 6 solutions. When there are n number of jobs, we have n factorial solutions. Just imagine, when 10 jobs are there, you have 10 factorial solutions. And 10 factorial solutions is quite huge. It is exhaustive. Can you find out all the possible solutions, 10 factorial solutions, and find the best of them? No, that will take too much of time and too much of effort. No, that is not possible. This is brute force way of solving the problem. No, this is not the ideal way of solving the problem. So we require a method which directly gives the solution, best solution, optimized solution, minimum solution. We require a method which will directly lead to the best solution. So let us see what kind of solution is that. So this is assignment problem using branch and bound. Now we have a problem. Directly we go to the solution, best solution. Now here I have taken 4 people and 4 jobs. So P1, P2, P3, P4 are the people. Jobs are J1, J2, J3, J4. Here the first step is you have to find the lower bound for this problem. How to find the lower bound for this problem? Add the minimum values of all the rows, you get the lower bound. Let us see how you get the lower bound. First row, what is the minimum value? Among 8, 5, 4, 6, 4 is the minimum value. Write down to the lower bound. Second row, 1, 3, 7, 5. What is the minimum value? 1 added to the lower bound. Third row 6258, what is the minimum value? 2 added to the lower bound. Fourth row 7376, what is the minimum value? 3 added to the lower bound. So what is the value you get for lower bound? 10. What is the meaning of this lower bound? Any answer should not be less than this lower bound. Worst case, it could be equal to lower bound. It cannot be less than this lower bound. So we have found a lower bound solution for this assignment problem. Now we shall start finding the solution. Start, and we have done the lower bound. Initial lower bound is 10. Yes. Now, first case, we try to assign P1 to J1. Yes, person 1 is assigned job 1. So now, when person 1 is assigned to job 1, it is 8. 8. And when person 1 is assigned to job 1, in that column no assignment, that row no assignment, and 8 should be added to lower bound also. Yes, we add 8 to the lower bound. Now, second row, whatever remaining values are there, you find the minimum value. So among 375, what is the minimum value? 3 added to lower bound. Third row, among 258, what is the minimum value? 2 added to the lower bound. Fourth row 376, which is the minimum value? 3 added to lower bound. So what is the value that you get? You get 16. 16 is the answer. So P1 J1, you get an answer 16. Now we go to the other solution. P1 assigned to J2, what is the answer there? What is the total value that you get? So when P1 is assigned to J2, yes, P1 assigned to J2, it is 5. Yes, 5. Same column, no assignment. Same row, no assignment. And 5 should be added to the lower bound. Very good. Next, in the second row, you have to find out the minimum value. Among 175, which is the minimum value? 1. 1 is added. Third row, 658, which is the minimum value? 5. 5 is added. Fourth row, 776, which is the minimum value? 6. 6 is added. So what do you get? You get 17. Very good. Next, what is the next? P1 should be assigned to J3. Yes, P1 assigned to J3. So we shall see how actually it happens. P1 assigned to J3, it is 4. Very good. Same column, no assignment. Same row, no assignment. And 4 should be added to lower bound. Very good. Now, second row, among 135, which is the minimum? 1 added to lower bound. Third row, 628, which is the minimum? 2 added to lower bound. Fourth row, 736, which is the minimum? 3 added to lower bound. So what is the value that you get? 10. Very good. Next, last possibility. P1 assigned to J4. Let us see what value we get. Yes. When P1 is assigned to J4, yes, you get that 6. Same column, no assignment. Same row, no assignment. 6 should be added to lower bound. Very good. Now, in the second row, among 137, which is the minimum value? 1 added to lower bound. Third row, 625, which is the minimum value? 2 added to lower bound. Among the fourth row, in the fourth row, 737, which is the minimum value? 3 added to lower bound. So what is the value that you get? 12. So we have got 4 different branches here. See, carefully understand, this is how branch and bound works. We have 4 different branches. We have to bound to one of these. Which is the minimum among these? The first one, P1 assigned to J1, gave us 16. Second one, P1 assigned to J2, gave us 17. Third one, P1 assigned to J3, gave us 10. Fourth one, P1 assigned to J4, gave us 12. So which is the minimum among these? 10. So what is the bound solution for us? P1 assigned to J3. Meaning, after doing this, we decide to assign job J3 to person P1. So we have got a bound value. Now again, from this, we have to do the bounding. For P2, what are the different possibilities, and P2 should be assigned to which job? That we shall see in the next slide. Very good. Now P1 is already assigned to J3. Yes, we already know 4. Okay. So this is already done in the previous slide. One bounding is done. Now P2 assigned to J1. Let us see what happens P2 assigned to J1. See, P1 is already assigned to J3, therefore this is already done. When P2 is assigned to J1, just carefully observe P2 assigned to J1, it is, yes, 4 also should be added here to the lower bound. Now let us see P2 assigned to J1. When P2 is assigned to J1, we get 1. And same column, no assignment, same row, no assignment. And 1 should be added to lower bound also. Very good. And the procedure is same. Third row, among the remaining values, there is 2 and 8, which is the minimum. 2, add it. In the fourth row, among the remaining values, 3 and 6, which is the minimum. 3, add it. So totally you get 10. Very good. Next, P2 assigned to J2. So J1, after that now J2. Now, P1 is already assigned to J3, therefore we have this, and lower bound has 4 value also. Now P2 when it is assigned to J2, carefully see here, P2 assigned to J2, so it is 3, same column, no assignment, same row, no assignment, 3 should be added to lower bound, very good. In the third row, among the remaining values 6 and 8, which is the minimum? 6, add it here. In the fourth row, among the remaining values 7 and 6, which is the minimum? 6, add it here. So what is the value that you get? 19. You get 19. Next, carefully see here. Can you assign P2 to J3? No, you cannot assign P2 to J3 because P1 is already assigned to J3. Therefore, P2 to J3 is not possible. So P2 can only be assigned to J4. So P2 is assigned to J4. Let us find out what is the value. Now, P1 is already assigned to J3, therefore this is already over, and lower bound has 4. Now, P2 assigned to J4, carefully see here, P2 assigned to J4, it is 5. Same column, no assignment, same row, no assignment, 5 should be added to lower bound, very good. Next, third row, among the remaining values 6 and 2, which is the minimum? 2, add it. Fourth row, among the remaining values 7 and 3, which is the minimum? 3, add it. So what is the value that you get? 14. Now, for P2, there are 3 branches. So we have to bound to one of these branches. So P2 assigned to J1, you get 10. P2 assigned to J2, you get 19. P2 assigned to J4, you get 14. So which is the minimum among these 10, 19 and 14? 10. So P2 should be assigned to J1. So we get another solution. So in the previous slide, P1 was assigned to J3. That is the bounding that we get. Here, P2 should be assigned to J1. That is the bounding that we get. In the next slide, we shall see how P3, what are the different options for P3 and bounding for P3. Yes. Now P1 is already assigned to J3. Yes, we have this. P2 is already assigned to J1. We have this. Yes, till now this is over. Now, we'll do for P3. Yes. Now P3 cannot be assigned to J1 because P2 is already assigned to J1. P3 cannot be assigned to J1. P3 can be assigned to J2. Yes. When P3 is assigned to J2, let us see how actually it happens. So P1 is already assigned to J3. So this is fine. 4 is added to lower bound. And P2 is assigned to J1. Already this is done. 1 is already added to lower bound. Now P3 is assigned to J2. Carefully observe there. P3, J2, it is 2. Same column, no assignment. Same row, no assignment. 2 should be added to the lower bound also. Very good. Now, in the fourth row, among the remaining value, only one remaining value is there, 6. That should be the minimum. Add it here. So, what is the solution that you get? 13. Very good. Next, P3, can it be assigned to J3? No, P3 cannot be assigned to J3 because P1 is already assigned to J3. P3, can it be assigned to J4? Yes, that is possible. J4 is not assigned till now. Therefore, P3 to J4 is possible. Let us see what is the value that you get for P3 assigned to J4. Now, P1 is already assigned to J3. Therefore, we already have this. P2 is already assigned to J1. Therefore, we already have this. Yes, these two, 4 and 1. Already we have these values. Now P3 assigned to J4. Carefully see P3 assigned to J4, it is 8. Same column, no assignment. Same row, no assignment. 8 should be added to lower bound. In the fourth row, whatever is the remaining value, 3 is the only remaining value, that should be the minimum, add it here. So what is the value that you get? 16. So 16 you got. So there were only two possibilities for P3, P3 assigned to J2 and P3 assigned to J4, and the values that you get are 13 and 16 respectively. Now which is the minimum among 13 and 16? 13. So the solution is P3 assigned to J2. Now you can carefully observe. P1 is assigned to J3, P2 is assigned to J1, P3 is assigned to J2. The only option for P4 is to be assigned to J4. P4 assigned to J4. That is the only option. Therefore, the final answer is P1 assigned to J3, P2 assigned to J1, P3 assigned to J2. Just now we did in this slide. And last only possibility for P4 is assigned to J4. So what is the cost of this assignment? Yes. P1 to J3 it is 4. P2 to J1 it is 1. P3 to J2 it is 2. P4 to J4 it is 6. So what is the total cost? 13. Total cost is 13. Yes. This is the final answer. The total cost is 13. That's all. The assignment problem is solved. I think here in this video you have understood the basic concept of branch and bound. Also you have understood what is the assignment problem, and also you have clearly understood how to solve this assignment problem using branch and bound. So any given assignment problem you should be able to easily solve using branch and bound.